Good afternoon, everyone. Michael Cuschieri from MC Square, sitting here in semi-sunny Enfield. So the sun's starting to creep out a little bit. It's Friday afternoon and it's 4 p.m. So our regular live feed from our office here in Enfield, talking all things social, marketing, networking, anything really. Also happy to take any questions. Talk about what your week's been like. We'll talk about what our week's been like as well, and some of the things that we've been up to and things that we're planning to do for next week already now. So yeah, so just thought I'd share some tips and advice to see how we can help you with your social media marketing and activity. So welcome to anyone that's viewing us, and as I said, if you are viewing, can you make sure you let us know that you're here by just placing a comment in your feed. Just type, just say hello. It's great. The whole point of live video is, as I've always said, it's two-way communication. It's just not just me. Hi Dave, how are you? It's not just the person that's filming or videoing. It's the whole point of this to get some two-way interaction with people as well. So please engage, press the like button. It's good to see the things flying across the screen as well. This is an opportunity for you to ask questions as well, but just put a comment, say hi, and let the person that's videoing know that you're there as well. So Dave, can you hear me clearly, for example? The first stage. That's the one question I always ask. Can you hear me? Just to make sure that the microphone is actually working. So that's an important thing as well. And yeah, as I said, and if you know someone that you think would benefit from listening to this live video, then why not share it with it? It gives you an opportunity on your screen to share. And then what you then do is, by sharing, you invite people who you think could be worth listening to. So, and I'm going to ask David a quick question, because I know, Dave, you're online as well. You attended the workshop the social media workshop last week that I took, and I think you found it useful, which was great, and it was great to see you. And just wanted to ask, we talked about maybe trying to arrange something for your business group to try and see whether we come and help and do a training workshop for them. So let me know how you got on, what your team there thought about that and the opportunities. As I said, very happy to come and do that for you. You know, you're only up the road, up the A10 in Ware. So yeah, come back to me. And how's your week been anyway, Dave? What amazing photographs have you taken this week? Where have you been working? So, and Tadwa's here as well in the office, so Tadwa may be able to respond and answer any questions as well, just in case I can't. So Tadwa's from MC Square, so she's here in the office as well. So any questions, please ask away, and we'll be really look forward to trying to help you and answer those questions. So let's get straight in. The one thing that I really wanted to home in on today is Twitter. We're going to talk a little bit about Twitter. Some people, I mean, it's gone a bit quiet in my opinion. I think I've voiced this opinion. I haven't been really as active as I should have been on Twitter. I seem to have switched to Facebook and Instagram a little bit more. But I thought, why am I not doing it? And one of the things I think is because it's quite noisy, too noisy. And what do I mean by noisy? It's the amount of posts and tweets that are coming through, and how do you keep up with everything? How do you keep up with what's been tweeted that's relevant to what you want to do, what you're interested in, etc. So I did a blog earlier on in the week, and I don't know whether you've received this or not, whether you're on our mailing list, and if you want to be, then just add a comment or message us direct and give us your email address, and we'll add you to our newsletter. So M being our Einstein Making More Money Mondays newsletter. So it comes out on the Mondays, and it's full of advice, tips, events that you may be interested in, that may be relevant for you. So, and I'll mention those in a little bit, because there's one specific event as well where we've got Andrea Val coming over from the United States to talk all about Facebook advertising, which is really something that you really don't want to miss. And it's in June, and I can't remember the date at the top of my head, but if I remember correctly, I think it's the 8th of June. That's right, it is the 8th of June. So yeah, so it's worth having a look at that. Go onto our blog and you will see that. So the blog article that I wrote this week was about Twitter, and it was, do you make lists for your Twitter? At the training session last week, I was astonished to see how few people, I think there was only one person in the room out of 35 people that actually used lists within Twitter, which is quite amazing really, because it's such a great tool for you to use to really home in on the people that you are interested in, the people that you want to know what they're saying. So I did a blog about this early on in the week, and the connotation I was trying to look, we all do lists for something or another, or maybe have done lists. You've got a to-do list, a shopping list, people to invite, people's birthdays to remember, etc. Well, it makes our life easier. It makes our life easier to remember things or see the things that we want to do. So it's the same for Twitter. You can actually create lists of people that you want to make sure you don't miss any of their valuable tweets that they're putting out, because you know that they're saying things that are really important, maybe to your business, for your marketing, whether it's specific subject matters that you're interested in. It could be maybe news channels, it could be local people. So, and you can do this on Twitter by creating what's called a list. And basically a list is a group of people that you are interested in. And it's actually relatively easy to set up, and something that all of you can do. And I'm not going to go through all the detail of how to, because I've actually done a step-by-step guide for you, which is on our blog at MC Square, and we'll add the link to it. In fact, Tadra, maybe could you add the link to the blog for the at the end we'll put the blog in, because if I give you the link now, then you'll all shoot off and have a look, won't you? And you won't listen, and you won't stay live and watching us. So basically the list is quite straightforward. You go into your settings, and you literally are then going to create a list of people. And first thing you need to do is identify, well, who's this list going to be about? Who's going to go into this list that you're going to want to monitor? So it could be, for example, a list of local influential people, or influencers in your specific industry, or an industry that you are specifically interested in. So you identify that first. And my tip also is, before you start even creating lists, try and highlight, because you're going to know some of these people that you want to put into these lists. Maybe write them down somewhere, or type them out on a Word document. Maybe just prepare beforehand who you think you would want to go into that list, or maybe words that you can maybe go and search for people to put into this list as well. So that's the first thing. You create the list, you name it, and but you also need to know what sort of people are going in this list, and what's this list about. So once you've named it, then you start entering your information. But before you start adding people to that list, you've also got the opportunity to decide whether you want that list to be a public list or a private list. So what's the difference between public and private? I suppose by the title it explains it. However, just to explain it, a public list, anybody can see the members of your list. Okay, so word of warning, don't create a list of, say, target clients, or maybe you don't want your actual clients to be known, or clients, and make that public, because anyone going onto your Twitter feed can search your lists and they can see who you are, who you've got in there. So you don't want a member of your someone who is one of your target clients probably to see that you've got them on this list, that you're monitoring them, that you're looking to see what they're tweeting. I suppose it could work both ways. You could say, yeah, but it's great that they know you want to work with them, but I'd rather not, if you were going to go down that route. And the reason why you would be monitoring your potential clients is because you want to make sure you're engaging with them. You know what they're talking about, especially if you want to try and approach them through, whether it's through social media, or maybe through referral marketing, or maybe you want someone to introduce you to them. So you need to know what they're posting and what they're tweeting about. So lists are really important in our opinion, and it's a way that we handle our clients' work when we're trying to focus and target focus on specific industries, or keep up to date and share other people's news. Because that's the other beauty of lists, is remember, and I'm going to talk about this as another little tip for Twitter, in terms of the rules or suggested rules that we should have in Twitter. It's not all about posting about ourselves and all about our business. It's more about sharing knowledge, sharing other people's information as well, not just ours. Okay, so once you've created a list, you start adding people to that list, and then what you do, once you've created the list, you've populated it, and you can keep going on. and adding more people every day, every week. As you meet somebody, you put them into a list. I meet lots of people networking, for example. So what I tend to do is I would maybe add them into a list of people met at networking events, say, okay, visitors or something like that. So I would put them in that list because they're obviously interested in growing their business. They want to meet people, so that I know that if I'm going to have an event about networking, then I might be able to invite them to such an event, or let me see whether they're talking about networking or referrals. Then I can try and make sure I give them relevant value information as well that might be relevant for them as well. So as I said, once you've added that list, you've put the people in that list, then what you can then do is is next time you go into your Twitter feed, rather than actually be looking at looking at all the stream of all the tweets that are coming out from everybody, rather than do that, I would actually suggest then you can go into lists, you click on that relevant list of maybe your local influencers, tap on that list, and then all you're going to see are the tweets from those people. So it's a great way to get rid of all the other stuff, okay, that's not relevant. A lot of it can be rubbish. Remember, we're following, it's a bit of a numbers game on Twitter, but you're putting all that to one side basically, and all you're going to see in that stream is the tweets from those people that you want to really know about. So it really is useful and a helpful guide, and there's the step-by-step guide, as I said, on our blog, and we'll post the link to that at the end of this, so you can actually look through and let us know how you get on with the setting up your lists and whether they work, whether you found that helpful or not, or maybe any other things that you've done with lists, or what sort of lists have you made for your business. So yeah, please let us know. It'd be great to find out. But whilst we're talking on Twitter, so I thought, okay, let's home in a little bit more on Twitter. And the part of the thing that I want to talk about also is, so I'm going to look through my notes here in front of me as well, was number one, you need to know who your audience are as well. Your target audience, who do you want to engage with, so you can make sure that you're giving the relevant information and you're following the right people as well. So make sure you know who they are, and then how do you listen to what they're saying? How do you find the people that are relevant? So how many of you use the advanced search function on Twitter? This is a great tool to help you, again, get through all that noise, so you can go and find people that are talking or tweeting about a specific subject. So, you know, I just typed in about referrals, and it gave me a whole list of where the word referrals were coming up. And I don't know whether Mr. Ali Sheikh of AC Kitchens is watching this, but you came the first one up in terms of the latest tweets that included referrals. And in fact, it wasn't a tweet, I think it was the content in your bio on your Twitter feed that had referrals on there, and it picked that up just out of interest. So it's quite interesting where it finds the words, because you can search for hashtags, you can search for specific words, you can say if it's all of these words, maybe it's a phrase, or whether it's just any word, any of the words, or none, or you can exclude as well words that you don't want to hear about as well. And then you can actually type this in different places, or you can look at dates, because otherwise you can go back to tweets maybe that are going back over a year ago. So it's a great tool to use to find out people that are talking about a specific topic that you wanted to hear about. And the other thing that I liked when I was doing some research was about some guidance as to talking with your followers, okay, and not talking at them, okay. So at the moment I'm trying to, for example, in terms of live video, yes, I'm talking to you, I'm sharing information, sharing knowledge, but it's great but hopefully I'm giving you information that you want. So I'm not telling you or instructing you to do anything, I'm sharing. But it's good to be able to also give other stuff. So it's not just about promote. Basically what I'm trying to say is Twitter as well, and as with most associates, it's not about selling your business or selling your products or services. So there's a couple of different rules that I came up, or guides, let's say, not rules, guides, when it comes to what to tweet and what to post. And many of you have heard when I talk at my social media workshops about I use one microphone and 2 sets of headphones, okay? I listen more than you actually are shouting or talking on social media. But I've looked around and there's 2 or 3 different principles that you could adopt for your business. So there's one which is, let's relate it to a football analogy if you want. There's one what you call the 5-3-2 model. Okay, so what do I mean by the 5-3-2 model? Share five relevant pieces from other people that you think your audience are going to be interested in and want to hit. Then 3 non-promotional tweets from you. So you sharing maybe a quote or just a fact of something that you've come across, and then 1 promotional post maybe from yourself. So they're the sort of things. So I nearly tripped up on the wire there. And to again tweet only one thing that's promoting a specific story or a specific event of yours. Thank you whoever put that that like coming across there. Thank you, appreciate it. And then there's another one which again, this is quite a hard one. This is the 4-1-1 rule or guide, and it's 4 pieces from others, okay, plus 1 retweet for every promotional tweet that you do. So if you're going to do a promotional tweet, which is great, at the end of the day, you're going to be on social media and maybe on Twitter for business as well. So, but for every promotional tweet that you're going to put out, you need to be prepared to put 4 pieces from other people, information, i.e. 4 retweets and sharing other people's stuff, plus 1 retweet as well. So share other people's information, maybe a link to someone else's blog or an article that you've read, and praise them for it, or comment on that as well. That even helps as well. Then 1 retweet, and then you're entitled, I suppose, to do your promotional post as well. So bear that in mind. The other important thing with Twitter is hashtags, obviously, making sure you use the right relevant hashtag as well. And there was a site that you could use. What was the site for hashtags? Is it Right Tag? Right Tag. That's for Instagram, but you could still adopt those hashtags for Twitter as well. So use Right Tag. It gives you a list of hashtags, which maybe will be more relevant for Instagram, but why not? They're probably similar ones in Twitter as well. So, but make sure you do use some hashtags in there, and a guide. Maybe use 2 to 3 hashtags at the very most. Because remember, you don't want to waste your space in your 140 characters with loads of hashtags as well. So, and that's where the KISS principle comes in. I talked about last week, and where I talked about the KISS. And KISS wasn't about the importance of the kissing it and being lovely, 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 and all of that. It's about keep it simple and short. I think that's what it was. Keep it simple and short. Yeah. In terms of your content, short and simple. In terms of your content that you're putting out in your tweets or your posts. And on Twitter, you haven't got a choice but keeping it short anyway. So think about that. And when it comes to hashtags, try and think of an original hashtag for your own company or your own business. What is it? Because if you try and just use a hashtag that's common that everybody's using, then you're going to get, again, you're just going to get lost in that noise as well. So if you're going to create your own hashtag, I think you'll find that be quite useful. Then something else maybe we looked at again in Twitter was about when to tweet. Mr. Lawrence, how are you? I hope you're feeling better, young man. You weren't feeling well this morning. Are you feeling a little bit better? Tell us. Let us know. Let's give a little bit of sympathy for Lawrence. Lawrence is not feeling very well at all today. So he's probably gone to work. Yes or no? How are you feeling, Lawrence? Tell us. Tell the world how you're feeling. So what was I saying about? Oh yeah, when to tweet. The sort of best times to tweet. Loads of different research done about this, and it does actually, I believe, vary depending on your industry as well. Okay, depending what industry you're on. No sympathy for John. That's not very nice, is it? Give him some sympathy. He's not well. Welcome, John Pardo. I see you're on here watching us now. I haven't seen you sending me some likes there, John, and some loves across the screen. So where was I? So yeah, it's about the best time to tweet. It does vary depending on your industry, and more importantly, it's going to be related to your audience as well. So in terms of timing, there are some general times, okay, and I've got some research in front of me here from who was it from? Quick Sprout, I think was the people that have put this together. But the highest retweets, okay, now you're going mental, John. There's quite a bit of a delay, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Love you. I love you back, John. I thought I should have been able to. Let me just put a little comment and just say thank you, John. There you go. Look, this is about interacting with your audience. There you go. Thank you, John. I can't put likes, etc. So there you go. In fact, just make sure. No, that's no. Okay. Anyway, so who's that just said good afternoon? Good afternoon, seeing the team. Good afternoon, John. So yeah, when to post. So good time for retweets, apparently, okay, is 5 p.m. You get the peak time for retweets as well. So what you want to do is make sure that if that's the time when people are retweeting, make sure that you're posting around that time with the right hashtag. Maybe you're more likely to get. John, you're always trying to give all our team, afternoons off. We're not all afternoon. Some of us are working still. It's 20 past 4. So anyway, retweets around 5 o'clock, and then the other good timing for good reactions to your tweets is also at 12 p.m., which is lunchtime, and then 6 p.m. Now, it probably does make sense when you talk about that, because around 12 is maybe lunch breaks. People are on their lunch breaks, and 6 o'clock they're probably on their journeys home, and on the train or on a bus or whatever, and they're on their phone. Look, they're doing thumb scrolling time. That's what I call it. TST, thumb scrolling time. I think that's what I called it last. Sorry. Thumb scrolling time. Yes, that's what I thought it was. So yeah, so we're all doing that. If you're on a train and you're watching this now, look around you and see how many people are actually on their phones, and they might even be seeing your tweet, etc. So that's best time to tweet, but you can research and see different timings for your different industry as well, and it will tell you when to post, when to tweet as well. This live video thing, always make sure if you are doing a live video that you've got a glass of water as well, because you are talking quite a bit. John, can you do me a favor, John? Also, could you maybe share the live video just to see? You can invite people as well. So there's a button there that says share. That'd be great. It's just to see what effect we get. Hi Joseph, how are you? TST, gonna steal that one. Oh, I like that. You steal away. Don't worry, John. Good to see Joseph. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed the training again last week. I know you did, because you said you found it useful. I'm making notes with all these great nuggets. Thank you very much. This is all about, giving you sharing nuggets. Now, I've got loads more nuggets. Can I try something again today? Let's see whether it will work. I've been dying to try and see if I can bring somebody in. Thank you, John, into the conversation. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay. John, let me see if no, you're clearly not on your mobile. Dave, are you on your mobile? No. No, why is this? This is interesting. No, we did work this out. Yes, we knew why we can't do this. Because you can't invite people from your business page. I was going to try and invite someone to join my live video, and we went through this last week. Should have remembered. You can't invite people from a business page. So, which I think is a shame. I think Facebook need to change that, actually. Do you agree? I think it's daft that you can't invite people that are looking to change eventually. Yeah, because if you're having a conversation and you're doing live video, you're doing it from your business page anyway, then it'd be great to invite people that are watching you, because you're only inviting them and they don't have to join. It's up to the person whether to accept or not. So anyway, so we move on from there. Some other good stuff in terms of retweeting. If you want your stuff retweeted, HubSpot have put together also a list. Actually, it wasn't HubSpot. Actually, HubSpot have just talked about the retweets that per follower per call to action. So the big things that get you retweeted are when you ask for please help, okay, and please retweet. So if you're looking for that, those are the words that people are relating to and engaging with, okay? Please help and please retweet. And then what Madeline Scarlett, sorry, not Madeline Scarlett, that was just an example they showed. Some of the most retweeted words, I like this is from HubSpot, I believe. So make a note of these to be aware, because if you're looking to get your stuff retweeted, maybe you need to try and see how you can use this in your own tweets as well. So the words are help, okay? which I suppose makes sense. Retweet, please, how to, and follow. So there are help, retweet, please, how to, and follow. They're amongst the most retweeted words. So if you want your stuff to be retweeted, maybe look to see how you can incorporate those within your tweets as well on there. So, but yeah, have a look at that and see how that works within your industry itself. And when I was at Social Media Marketing World, the guys, I think I may have mentioned this previously, Andrew and Pete, who talked they're from Newcastle, two great guys who are a social media company. They help businesses with social media as well, a bit like us here at MC Square. But they talked about retweeting, and one of the facts and figures that they gave was that if you use the full word retweet, okay, as opposed to RT, your tweet is 32% more likely to be retweeted. So if you use the word retweet instead of RT, your tweet is from the research that they have done, 32% more likely to your tweet to be retweeted. That's right, Geoff. Retweet, not RT. That's right. Use that, and it makes a big difference. That's from the research that the guys did, and these guys are top guys and know what they're doing, and this is the sort of advice they give as well. So try it out. See, maybe again, social media and marketing is all about experimenting, trialing different things. Why not try something out? Put a tweet out using the word RT, then put the same tweet, the same visual that you're using as well, and use the word retweet, and see which ones gets you the most retweets. Work it out. Let us know if it does work out, if it follows the theory that I'm sharing with you, that I've been told about. But that's what social media is and marketing is anyway. You have to just try things out, see what's working. Always split test things as well, see what works well. I just was doing an advert for MC Square for an event that I'm hosting next week, and the click-through rate was really expensive. I did two ads, and one was clearly working higher than another. So straight away after a day, I switched one off and went to the next one, so that I could make sure that my money was being spent wisely as well. So always split test and check things out as well. So what else did I have here? What other things did I have? I had about the timing. Okay. So people don't often realise that I think people realise the power of visuals and images, but what they underestimate is the use of these in Twitter, because people are still thinking your timeline still probably is lots of text. Now, if you use an image in your tweet, then your tweet is definitely going to stand out a lot more than anyone else's. Okay, so use an image, and you can have up to 4 images. 1, 2, 3, 4 images on your Twitter feed, on your tweet. So use that to your advantage, and you can upload videos as well. Videos that you're going to have to do that on your phone though. You can't upload that from your desktop. I think we've had problems when we're doing that. I don't think you can physically do that. So it's going to be from your phone. And the beauty about it is it doesn't take up any of your 140 character space as well. So I know I mentioned this at the workshop last week, some of these few little tips, but I think it's worthwhile sharing those again. So, and it could potentially, okay, having that image, I would reckon, probably double the likelihood of your tweets being retweeted, because ultimately that's what you would like to do. You want people to share your content for you, so you need to give them great content, great engaging visuals to actually want to do that as well. So it's more likely, I believe, to get retweeted, and that's ultimately what I believe our goal is as well, to spread our wings. The other thing that I talk about also is about, when you're on Twitter, and I suppose any other pages, bring your brand to life, bring your personality to life, be personal. So for example, I was tweeting John Pardo at Barnfields Plumbing and Heating and Building Works. I wouldn't just put his at Barnfields logo. I would say, hi John at Barnfields Plumbing and Heating, so that I'm having a conversation. It's the same as if I was having a personal conversation with them as well. Likewise, Joseph, with yourself, I wouldn't just mention your your food company, I'd actually mention you personally with your name and write your name as well in the tweet. So be as personable as possible, I think, in there. Look, there's quite a few there in terms of information on Twitter. I hope that those tips were quite useful. A couple of shout outs I want to give out today, and they are let's do a couple of birthdays as well that are coming up. So thank you Vince Bavetta and George Theodosu. Vince Bavetta of Digit IT Solutions, and George from GFS Consultancy. So it's their birthdays tomorrow. Don't know how old they are, but thank you very much for the cake this morning. That was great at the meeting we all met up at. So I hope you have a fantastic day. And the other shout out was to a gentleman that I had a great discovery meeting with this morning. And not this morning, sorry, earlier on in the week. And that was Solomon Sivani of Little and Large Insurance. Now, if you're a landlord and or a block management company or a solicitor, a conveyancing solicitor, you really need to speak to Sol at Little and Large Insurance Company. Sol will stand here. If he was here, we didn't have enough time to do our live video when we met on Thursday, would stand here and he wouldn't stand, he'd be sitting, okay? He'd be saying to you that he can guarantee to save you money on your buildings insurance for your landlords or block management companies. So, and for a solicitor specifically, what he can do is he can get you a quote for a building insurance within, I believe, if I remember correctly, within 30 minutes, if not quicker than that. If you're about to exchange or complete a deal and you're hanging on in there for the insurance, or the other company has somehow not managed to do that, they can get your clients an insurance quote within 30 minutes. He actually can do it even quicker than that, but I don't think he wants to commit to that. So big shout out for him, as I say. Great insurance company. And do you know what I like most about Sol? He's such a great guy, great family guy. Their family business has been going for years and years. I've known him and his brother for probably, I would say, about 7 years now, definitely. And we've worked with them in the past, and I've used them in the past as well. And I know several other property experts, industry leaders in property, or landlords that got portfolios or small properties that I've used them, and he has saved them money as well. So if you are any one of those categories, look them up, find out a bit more about them. So look, I've been talking, so I don't know who's on. Has anyone got any questions that you had that you maybe wanted answered, whether it's about social media, whether it's about marketing, whether it's about networking, whether it's about referral marketing? Look, fire them away. Let's see whether I can answer them or not. It would be great to see if I can help you with anything specific that you've always wanted to answer. It's Friday, it's 4:30. You probably think, oh, I don't want to think of work anymore. We've got probably just under an hour left here as well. I'm not going to be on here for another hour, so if you have got a question, please type that in now. And so I will add, as I said, the link to the blog on the post, so that you can see that and refer to that. We haven't heard from Lawrence yet, so I don't know whether Lawrence is still there, whether he's dying in his bed, not well. And what else was it? What were we going to talk about? Yeah, I did the shout outs for the birthday boys and so, and also that I've got an event next week, 2 events that I want to talk about. One was Andrea Vows for your Facebook advertising, which is really important, on the 8th of June. Again, if you go on my Facebook page, you will see that as a pinned post and with a link in there, so feel free to go to that. And secondly was my referral marketing workshop that's taking place on next Wednesday, which is all about building a referral marketing strategy for your business and how you can start doing that. So it's a great session that you'll go away with some fantastic ideas that are going to help you grow your referral business. So yeah, look. I don't know whether I've got any questions coming up, any burning desirable questions that you wanted. Let's see who else is live. There's the one other. Dave, have you got anything else? Dave, was there anything you wanted to ask about, maybe about your photography business and how you use Twitter, or your experiences with social media? Anyone that's watching, would you like to share what you find useful with Twitter, or how you use Twitter itself? I know John, for example, John Pardo is just setting up his YouTube channel, and he's going to be launching lots of educational videos on plumbing and heating. Is that right, John? Is that what you do? So, John, feel free to put your link in here to your YouTube channel so people can have a look at these interesting videos. We're being told that these videos are going to be interesting. Hopefully they're going to be tasteful as well. So not just going to be about toilet videos all the time, I hope, Mr. Pardo, but they will be information and educational as well. So, John, if you want to add your link in there, and then everybody else can see that as well, because we'll obviously be sharing this and people will see hopefully this video afterwards. Look, we've been on here now just over half an hour, and probably optimum time, and I'm now going to say goodbye and good night. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy whatever you do. Make sure you are enjoying, because working is not all. It's not all about work. You must enjoy life as well. So, I'm Michael Cuschieri from MC Square. Some people call me the Einstein of marketing, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday. Look out for my email newsletter that comes out on Monday, and if you want to be included in that, message me and we'll add you to that. We don't spam you. You can then unsubscribe whenever you want. If you don't feel the content is relevant for you, just unsubscribe. That's really no issue with that. But I am giving some tips and stuff away on there as well, as I had done with the lists as well. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Speak to you soon. Bye.